Welcome to another exciting episode of Pen the Writer's Utopia. Listen, I am super excited tonight because I have one of my favorite people with me. I know I say it all the time, but you don't understand. These are my favorite people, y'all. And I'm so blessed to be surrounded by them and have their company. So, without further ado, before we get started, make sure that you join the conversation, make sure you're commenting, and make sure you share, because guess what? There are so many nuggets that are dropped, just nuggets of wisdom that are dropped during these sessions. You don't want someone to miss it. I may not know them, but guess what? You do. The only way they're going to get it, baby, is if you share. So go on and share this broadcast tonight. And I'm going to bring up my friend, my love bug. I'm going to call her my love bug, Miss Wanda Gregory. Hi, Wanda.
Hey, T.
Listen, I was so excited to get you on here and talk, and I forgot to tell everybody she's an author and she's a blogger. See how excited I am, y'all, just to have her with me. Listen, look at that smile, and got on that shirt. Go on now with your great morning. Yes.
Great morning. What? Hashtag watch God.
Yes. So, I'm sorry. Yes, I was excited to get her on. I apologize. But y'all know Miss Wanda Gregory is the author of Great Morning Hashtag Watch God, which is a 21-day journey through forgiveness, love, and what's the other one that's skipping my mind? Goodness gracious.
Gratitude.
And gratitude. Yes, gratitude.
Yes. Come on, T.
I'm just excited to see you. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Anyway, so it has been great. Since the last time we did something together, literally you have upped your game. Like you're blogging now, which is so amazing. So not only did you give us a 21-day journey, a 21-day devotional, but then you went on and now you're giving us good nuggets every single morning. How is that going?
Oh my gosh. Thank you first and foremost, T, for having me on your platform. I'm honored. I am so honored. You are pulling like everything out of me that I did not think I had in me. First, the book. And I was like,
Yep.
no, I'm not a writer. Now I'm blogging. And I'm like, no, I don't know what to blog about.
Listen, and we went back and forth over this blog for, I know, a good year. For a year. And hold on, y'all. This is the thing that's amazing. She called me and said, what do you think about this? And I said, I think that's a great idea. Let's do that. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she just leave me hanging. And I'm like, what happened? Like, where'd you go? You said we was going to blog.
Right. I was like, okay, we'll blog. And I just disappeared. But then the Holy Spirit was like, the people need to hear what you have to say. And so I was like, T, I'm a one sentence wonder. That's it. Get straight to the point. I don't know what to say. And now I've been blogging since when? October,
yeah.
And at first I was like trying to do it maybe every day. And I was like, no, I just want to do it once a week. That way that individual can meditate on that passage that I put out there or that blog that I put out there. And I like it so far because it gives me time to think really and meditate and get a scripture to go with the blog. I'm falling in love. And then I just like took from you. I was like, T, I can do this now. I don't need you no more.
She was like, I don't need you no more. Then she started sending me hits. She was like, let me know whenever you're ready for me to take this over because I think I got it now. I was like, oh, you do? Okay.
But you taught me well. And that's the beauty about it. That's what we want. Once you train up a child, you want them to fly on their own. And
you are making me so proud. So proud. Yes, she's one of my mentees. She is, but I call her my friend. I don't even look at her as a mentee. We just share knowledge. I just help out along the way, y'all. I just help out along the way. But you have done some phenomenal things. And then, so this is how excited I am for her and just so excited to see her on with me tonight. Even going down to you recently did the relaunch of your book, and that was phenomenal. I got a chance to work with you on that and do the relaunch, your virtual book launch, which was amazing.
Thank
And you
you.
did some great nuggets there. Like, you have been doing just some amazing things. Like, you picked up the ball, you called and said, T, I'm ready. And you literally were ready this time, which was not that you weren't ready the first time, but you were like ready to put your feet to it. And you've
Yes.
been going ever since.
Yes. But
Yeah.
T, guess what? I'm gonna stop you.
Uh-oh.
This this month,
Mm-hmm.
3 years ago is when I met you.
Oh my gosh, you're so right.
This month, 3 years ago is when I picked up telephone up and said, "Hi, I don't know you from a can of paint or whatever,
You
but
sure did. You was
I was
like,
like
but I want to write a book and I need help. Can you help me? And then here we are 3 years later. Now the book was published right away. Like, we got that done in what, 3-4 months, something like
three,
that.
4 months." 'Cause you asked me when did I want to do, it, and I was like, by June, my birthday. That was gonna be a gift
Yeah.
to myself. And we went
Yes.
back and forth. I said 21 days. You was like 31. I said no. Mm-mm.
I tried, y'all. Anybody that's out there that has read the book, it's a good book. I tried to squeeze 30 days out of her, y'all. She just wouldn't give it to me. But look, I did even better. I did better. Not only did I not get the, not only did I get the 30 days, but now look at her. She giving y'all nuggets every week. So y'all get 52 more days of devotion to go
Exactly.
with it. Hello? I worked it. I worked it.
You
Worked right away,
did.
but I worked it, baby.
You did. You
Yes.
did that.
So, one of the reasons why I was really, really, really excited to have you on with me is because Pen the Writer's Utopia is for writers just in general. Whether you're a blogger, an author, screenwriter, playwright, poet, whatever your lane is in writing, this show is for you. But one of the things that I really wanted to bring out with you, and I thought you would be a great guest for, is because when we started, like you said, I'm not a writer. That's not who I am. But look at you now. You discovered that really you are. You are a writer. Like, you have way more in you than you gave yourself credit for. So I felt like you would be a great inspiration and encouragement to those who are sitting on their books and on their projects, their blogs, their books, or whatever, medium it is that you write, and saying, I'm not a writer, but you have a story, or you have something, you have a message to give, but you feel like you're not a writer. And I thought you would be a great inspiration for that. So tell us a little bit about that journey for you starting out.
I'm glad you asked because, as you stated, as I shared with you, I'm not a writer, but we all have a story to tell.
Yes.
My story is going to be totally different from T. Lynn's story, and so forth and so forth. But that's the key. That's the beauty about writing. You tell
Yeah.
your story. You don't worry
Mm-hmm.
about the next person's story. So what if
Yep.
Joe Bluden became a billionaire overnight and everything? Tell your story about how you came out of poverty.
Yes. And it could
Ooh,
be the same story. It could be the
right.
same story, but because we're all uniquely different, I'm glad you pointed that out. It's your story. Your story is going to be different because it's your unique experience. I'm sorry. No, go ahead. I'm stopping
That's
you
okay.
now.
No, that because that's how we tag team each other. We tag
Yes, it
team each
is.
other. And
Exactly.
and the thing about it, you all, we have not seen each other in person yet. And yet. But we think
No.
she's my little sister. She's my little sister. I done adopted her as my little sister, as well as my publicist, as well as my mentor. But my story, how I got started, I didn't want to get started. But when someone prophesied over you, they see something in you that the Holy Spirit that God had told them to tell you. And that's how I got started. My cousin prophesied to me and said, "Sis, when you going to write that book?" I'm looking around because
You like, what book?
what book?
Hello?
Not me. Not Wanda.
Right. Like, you
Now,
got the wrong one.
right. If you had said when you're gonna play the WNBA, when you're gonna do this, when you're gonna do that,
Yes.
Now you're
You
talking.
was like, now you talking.
But when that happened, and then I was writing each morning for years, 10 plus years, great morning. And
Yes.
people kept saying to me, when you're gonna write, when you're gonna blog, when you're gonna write a book. And I'm like, no, no. So I just took my daily inspiration, some of them, and created a book, a 21-day daily inspiration, daily
Yes.
devotion.
And listen,
Because
she not lying, y'all. She not lying. She came to me. She was like, "Well, I want to do a devotional," and I said, "Okay." She literally sent me this long document where she done went and copied and pasted everything from social media. That she been writing.
yes,
But I give it to you. You use some of those, but then you added as you kept writing. You added
absolutely,
even more,
absolutely, absolutely.
and you were
So
doing
that
it anyway.
right. And that's the beauty about it because you was telling me you're doing it every day. Just put a little bit more to it. And I was like, okay,
Yes.
well, what can I put to it? And that's when it hit me. Well, don't just write, put a scripture to match what I'm writing about. So that way on day 2, they can state, hmm, John 3:16.
Yes.
And they can meditate on that whole day. And
Yeah.
so it you made the process easy, should I say.
Thank you.
You made the process of me writing my book so easy because
Thank
I don't think I would have made it through. And I share with you all how I found out about T. Lynn is through my morning devotions from a mutual friend. And
you.
she
Yep.
was putting people names in the devotion each time. She'll put different people information. She would solicit
Mm-hmm.
them. And I was getting the names of different publicists. Why did I keep skipping over them? And finally, that day in February, I saw if you're trying to write a book, get in touch with Lynn Tate. No hesitation. I picked the
Picked up
phone
the
up
phone. Yes, she did. Call me the same day.
at work, from work in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
from work. And I was like, Lord, hold up now. And even when we talked and you stated the process, the amount of money, all I kept saying, okay,
She
okay.
was like, I got that. Okay. So
I
how
was
we gonna
like,
work this out?
and I was like,
She was
Lord,
game.
I was like, Lord, hold up now. This ain't $1 or $5 coming out my check. But God, but God, I did not lose one penny
Nope.
during this whole process because I was obedient to his word. When we're obedient, he shall provide for us. You don't have to worry about nothing. And
Yep.
since that day, T, financially, because I'm speaking it, cup runneth over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even during the process of publishing the book and everything, I'm like, okay,
It just kept coming. It kept working. It kept coming. It was amazing. It was amazing. But there's something that you said that I want to grab real quick before we head further down the path, and that is you had plenty of names that you saw, but you skipped over them and you landed on mine. And what I always tell people, and I even told you, and I think you'll remember this from our first meeting. I was like, you go, let's see if we're a good fit for each other first. So let's have a time where we sat down and we really talk about what you want to do. Because we kind of talked on the fly the first time. And so
yes,
then we scheduled a time. But I think that's important that you find the right person for you. Listen, yes, I publish. I sure do. But I'm okay if I'm not the right one for you. I'm not offended because I want to work with the set of people that is for me to help, because then that means that we're going to work together like a well-oiled machine, just like you and I did. So
mm,
it was amazing working with you. We had days when we laughed. We had days when she would come in to our writing meetings frustrated, and she'd be like, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do anything. Well, I didn't listen. This went on, and I'm laughing at her because I'm like, listen, we're gonna have things that's gonna come along and distract us and frustrate us, but we're gonna get it done. So I said, that's okay. Your assignment is the same for next week. but she will
Yes.
pick right back up and get it done. And just look at you now. And like you said, you were already doing it. Even
Yes.
after you wrote the book, you were still online every morning. Anybody that's her friend on Facebook, every morning she is dropping that golden nugget. I've been saying golden nugget a lot. Thanks, Joseph Palero, for that. I love it. But she's been dropping a nugget of wisdom every single morning. She's greeting you with great morning. You were doing it already. And that's what I told her. For most writers, you're already doing it. You just
Yes.
have to build the confidence in yourself to just take that leap of faith and say, I can make this bigger than the little pond that I'm in right now.
Amen.
And that's what you did.
Yes. I ran with it with your help. So
Yeah.
anyone who's watching, listening, I promise you, as you stated, you have to be a great fit with your
Yeah.
publisher. And
Mm-hmm.
T, from day one, what I loved about her before we did anything, we prayed.
Yes, we did.
We prayed. And when you have a praying individual in your life, no devil in hell can mess it up. You're gonna try, but he ain't gonna succeed. He's not going to succeed. So that's what I love about our relationship. This whole
Yeah.
process, even till today, we still touch base. Even
Yep.
though I've gone on, as I stayed, told her, hey, I got the blog now. And hey, and I'm like, T, check it out. See if I see how it looks, see how it looks. The guy was like, I told you, I got you.
Uh-huh.
Man is fine, but I got you.
Yeah.
Even if you put a wrong word, don't worry about it because you're not perfect.
No, it's
We're
not
not
about perfection. It's
right.
about obedience. And I
Exactly.
always say, I said it and I was like, let me go Google and see if someone else has said it. And it turns out Winston Churchill said it first. And that is, perfection is the enemy of progress. If you're
Yes.
worried about being perfect in doing whatever it is you're doing, you'll never get it done because you're going to always be looking for that perfect moment. You want it to be, in this perfect, pretty package. But life is not like that. Life has flaws, and it doesn't mean that it's not beautiful. There is still beauty in flaws, y'all. And so as long as you are giving out a great message, and I get it, some people are like irritated because they like, if you're a writer, you should always get everything poly perfect. That doesn't happen in real life, y'all. There are times, I told somebody the other day, I'm always yelling at what do you call it? Smart type, smart correct, autocorrect, whatever it is. They're like,
Autocorrect. Right.
oh, they're like, you're a writer, so stuff is always perfect. I said, no, you gotta see my text messages. Cause there's a lot of times when I'm in here typing and my fingers are going so fast and I hit send before I even realize half of what I said don't even look right. I got letters. I texted you earlier today and I said, so you understand. But the point of the matter is, don't look for perfection. Just get it done. Stop waiting for perfection and get it done. And that's what you did. You stopped looking at the perfect moment, and I'm not a writer, to let me just go. And the rest the rest is now history. Look at you.
Yes. Yes. Because
Yeah,
as the words say, he knew me before he formed me in my mother's womb. He knew that this day would come. He knew that, Wanda, no matter what, I use Moses who stuttered. I'm going to use you too.
I'm going to use you too.
Who they said will mount to nothing. Who they
Yeah,
said, and see, some people don't know. When I was little, I used to stutter also. No one knew that. But just like Joe Biden, I practiced and I made sure because kids picked on you
yeah,
and everything. So that's why I'm like, Lord, what did it say? If he can use anybody, use me. And he's been using me tremendously. What's the other thing they have out now? Clubhouse.
yes. And we were headed down that lane.
Yes.
Listen, so hold on. Not only are you blogging every week, and even though you're like, well, wait a minute, Clubhouse isn't writing. No, it's not. But guess what? It's a place where people connect. Hello? It's all about
Yes.
connecting. Because then you connect with people there. People find out what you're about, and then they come follow you on your written blog. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's talk about your Clubhouse. So you're now taking, so your inspiration started at writing the book, writing the devotional, and then it shifted to your blog once a week, which is going to increase. Let's speak that
Oh,
it's going to
okay. Oh,
increase.
okay.
Mhm,
Okay. Okay.
mhm,
T
mhm,
loves to throw things or speak things in the atmosphere, and I'll be like, shut it down now. Still once a week. I ain't heard God say so.
Oh, she heard it. She just trying to ignore it, but she'll be blogging more than once a week. Okay, so now you've gone from inspiring on your blog to now you're actually holding these inspirational sessions as well on Clubhouse. So, how is that working for you?
So, what it is, my girlfriend, I call her my little big sister,
Mm-hmm.
Nicole, has a room and it's called Speak Without Filler Words. Anyone who know what filler words are, yeah, you know. So, in pausing way longer than you should. Nicole and I did Toastmaster years ago when I used to live in Greensboro. And so she got this room and she asked me, she said, hey, I put you down as a moderator. So I take that back. She didn't ask me. She told me she put me down.
She
She told
voluntold
me.
you.
Right. She voluntarily told me. I think about that. Nicole, if you watching, you voluntarily told me. So I was like, okay. This room is on Wednesdays at 11:30 to 12:45 and on Fridays from 5 until maybe like 7. This room is to help others. First of all, rewind. If no one know what Clubhouse is, it's something like podcast. Would you say, T?
Yeah, it's like podcast meets social media.
Because you're interacting.
Yeah. So it's like you're literally, or like Messenger. Messenger
Right.
meets podcast. There you go. Messenger meets
Messenger means,
podcast. So it's
but
like
you're talking. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you're talking. So you're like literally able to be in these rooms or Zoom. Oh, that's another one. It's like a
But
Zoom
you
just
don't
without
speak.
the picture. It's
Right.
all audio. And you are in this room with sometimes tons of people from all
Mhm.
over the world discussing different topics. And it's great because sometimes you can, there are celebrities and there are people that are really big in their industries. Let me say that. And you get in and you can get in the rooms with them to talk and hear them drop
Mhm.
nuggets of wisdom directly. So it's really neat. It's
And
a
it's about
it's quite
networking.
cool.
And it's networking.
Yeah,
And the
and
key to it,
networking.
it's people all over the world. It's not
Yeah,
just in your city. It's
right.
and going back to the room that I moderate on Wednesdays and Fridays, we help people who are nervous and those who are not, let's say, confident in speaking. We give them
Yeah.
90 seconds to speak. We just throw out a topic or a question to them. We may say, what is your favorite holiday and why? So they have 90 seconds to tell us why that is their favorite holiday without using filler words. Phenomenal. We had people come in all the time. We love it. They love it. They was like, this is the best room on Clubhouse. And also, Clubhouse is only for iPhone users.
Yeah, so you have to be an Apple user, either iPad or a phone. But you know what's great about what you guys are doing, because it still ties in. Look at how I do this, y'all. It still ties in with writing. Here's why. A lot of authors become speakers, right?
Right.
And vice versa. And so if you're writing, this is a good way, to work on your speaking technique, to be able to be prepared to go out. Because most people, let's just be honest, in the book world, when you're an author, I know pre-pandemic and prayerfully post-pandemic, when you go to events as an author, most of the time you're selling your book, right? Like, even if you're a speaker, if you're a speaker and you're an author, then you're in the back of the room selling your book. You need to know how to do both, because that's how you make your money in your speak. If you're not being paid to speak, you make your money on the back end at the table by selling your books. That is what most authors do, right? So learning how to not use filler words, not only is it good for speaking, but it helps you with your writing as well, because most people write like they talk.
Right.
People miss that, but most people write like they talk. So look at how you're still bringing that thing full circle. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Working. Yes, I said, you know what I mean? I'm using filler words, but it's my show. I can do that.
Right, because that's your business.
Good old shout out to Tad Brown. Yes, that's my
Yes.
bit. That's my business. Absolutely. But that's still great that you're doing that because that's still something. So for all of you writers that are on here and you're watching and you're looking for inspiration and you're on Clubhouse, make sure you go ahead and tap into that this week. What days did you say it was again?
Wednesday at 11:30 and Fridays at 5 p.m.
See, look at that. And I said tomorrow, go on and tap into it tomorrow. And yours Eastern time, right? Eastern
Eastern
time is,
Standard Time. That is
yes, because again, most people write like they talk. So this is a way of you learning how to avoid the filler words, and that'll help improve your writing as well. So
yes.
I approve. Look, I approve, ma'am. I approve.
You
Listen, time always flies when we're having fun. I swear it
always.
does. But I have certainly enjoyed having you in the Writers Utopia with me tonight for sure. And listen, our comments have been going crazy. You all have followed instructions, and I appreciate you. They joined the conversation. They've been chatting back so many
Heaven.
compliments to you. Yes, they've been telling you how proud they are of you.
Oh,
Listen, you have a fan club that's watching tonight. Yes, you do.
thank you
Um,
all
so
so much.
shout out to each and every one of you guys that is watching tonight, that has been commenting and joining the conversation. We certainly appreciate you for sure. Make sure you guys go out today. If you haven't already got a copy, make sure you go out to www.wandagregory.com and purchase your copy of Great Morning #Watch God. It is a 21-day devotional. It's the journey through forgiveness, gratitude, and love. You don't want to miss those jewels. And it ain't because I worked on the project, baby. I'm telling you, the jewels. She did some good stuff in there. And make sure you guys are checking out Wanda's blog each and every week at wandagregory.com as well. For all my ebook lovers, you can get her book on Kindle, Amazon Kindle too. You can get it from there as well. Listen, I love having you. And before we go, it would not be right if I did not ask you, what is one thing, one nugget of encouragement that you would like to leave our viewers tonight?
Thanks again for having me, T. Lynn. I really
You are welcome.
enjoyed this time we spent together. One nugget that I will leave the viewers tonight, I'm going to be redundant. You have a story. Use your voice, use your pen, use your paper.
Yes.
Write it down. Tell your story. Tell it because it is worth reading. Or if you want to do the audible, it's worth listening to. But tell
Yes.
your story. Tell your story.
Tell your story. Cause baby, I'm a tack on to that. Can nobody tell your story like you can? So who
Amen.
else is gonna tell it? You gotta tell it. Come on now. Listen, I've certainly enjoyed having you tonight.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
If you've enjoyed having Wanda on tonight, go ahead and drop us a hand clap in the comments. Show us some love, y'all. Show us some love.
Yes.
We've certainly enjoyed having you tonight. And I don't know. I can't say anymore. I'm sad our time is done, but I've enjoyed having you. I'm so proud of you. I cannot wait for the next book. I cannot wait
Yes.
for the extra
So
days of
true.
blogging. Because I'm telling y'all, another book is coming. It's brewing. It'll be here sooner than you think. Yeah.
Mm.
But anyway, that's our time tonight. We certainly thank each and every one of you guys. Oh, look at the love coming in. We got some hand
Yes.
claps. Look at that love. Look, I
Oh,
had to tell her, y'all. Look at the love. Come on now. We got to see the love. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. We appreciate you. Make sure that you check us out next week. We have another phenomenal author coming on. Her name is Kat Nefer. I don't know. It's another journey. It's a journey to a soulful life. Make sure you tune in next week, Tuesday, February the 9th at 8 p.m. I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy my next guest that's coming up. Thank you, Wanda. I'm so proud of you. My heart is
Yeah,
full. I've
thank
enjoyed having you. I think I've smiled and laughed almost this entire broadcast because I just love you so much. And your smile is so infectious, baby.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank
You
you.
are
Thank
so
you. To
welcome.
God
Keep
be the
doing,
glory. Mm,
keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing and just let it just shine, baby. Just shine. Cause I love you and I appreciate you. Okay. I'm gonna stop.
I
I'm
love
gonna
you
stop because
too.
I love her so much. I'm so proud
Too.
of her. Anyway, you all make sure you check us out next week. Remember, the best way to write, baby, is to do what? Just write. Stop procrastinating. My girl said it tonight. She said, use your voice and put your pen to that paper or your fingers to that keyboard and get it written. All right.
Yes.
You'll have a safe and wonderful evening. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. This has been Pen, the Writer's Utopia. Have a great night.